Welcome to day 10 of the 300 movie challenge. Day 10, oh boy. We watched the highest grossing film of March 1995, which was Outbreak.
Yes.
As you can probably assume from the title, it had a lot of sickness in it.
Yeah, it wasn't exactly... it feels like they picked, like, the grossest kind of disease to look at. Because it's a disease that's based on Ebola, and it's, not pleasant to see.
No.
And, but even ignoring that, I said this a couple times when we were watching this, it just... the plot... it's just...
it was too convenient.
Yeah, it's like, this happened, it's like this, you know, this thing, which is like completely unrealistic that would happen, just happens to happen in just the right way at just the right time.
Yeah.
For things to get
either
worse.
that it's convenient in it that it's like the best case scenario, or it's convenient in the worst case scenario. Like
right.
The whole team getting affected.
And it
Like,
happens over and over.
The people are so dumb in this movie, and I can't imagine how people can have this little common sense.
Like
Yeah.
when they were mobbing the people that were trying to help them.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
And-
yeah, like...
It's like, you know, okay, sure, they probably don't have all the facts about the disease because, you know, that wouldn't, I can understand that. But it's like, they would know, at the very minimum, they would know there's some really terrible disease there because the military is quarantining their town and the CDC is there. So therefore, when the CDC people are going around doing shit, wouldn't you leave them alone? Like, stay in your house?
They kind of have to do their job so
It's-
that they can, like, make sure you don't die.
Yeah,
So another thing is, even if you, okay, maybe they still wanted to hate the military or whatever. In any case, wouldn't you want to stay in your house just so that you wouldn't get sick and go to the hospital too?
right.
Yeah, and that you can, like, ignore the military, be like, oh yeah, I'm in my house, I'm safe, so I don't have to deal with the military right
And you
now.
can duct tape your windows and everything and whatever, but the point is that staying in the house would have benefited them more than mobbing them in the first place. And then
Yeah.
that one scene where you see the two cars trying to escape was completely unneeded too.
Oh yeah, that adds
no,
nothing.
I-
That adds nothing to the story. And then just there's a and let's see more conveniences. Oh, the virus happens to mutate to be airborne, like so fast. It just comes out of nowhere that it can mutate. It mutated. That it's like
It took, like, 2 days, 3 days?
yeah, and
It
it's
was
like
really not that long.
it's like okay, and then I feel like I'm forgetting so much about this movie already. It was honest. Okay, to be honest, it was honestly more boring than I thought it was gonna be. It's just, yeah, and even then, okay, especially in the first half. In the later half, it gets a bit better, but in the first half, like, every character is an asshole.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, the main
You
guy...
really don't like anybody. Except
No.
For the dogs.
Of course. But it's
They're-
like,
they're safe and nice.
the main guy is, like, tolerable. But especially
best.
when he's with his well, I guess ex-wife, like the two of them just are just nasty to each other, and like
Yeah.
you
Not compatible at all.
no,
And
and
at the end of the movie, they somehow make up, and it ends on that, which
It just
Yeah,
kind
like-
of ends. at that.
yeah. So and it's just
and then some of the like logistics of it, like to create like an antidote that quickly too.
oh yeah, they created the antidote in like 10
10
minutes. Yeah,
10 minutes.
just like I don't think it's that quick, and then like the Morgan Freeman character, again, especially in the first half. In the second half, he's okay, but like in the first half, it's just like it seems like he's just being an ass just to be an ass. Like specifically tell this guy, no, do this instead, cause I said, for like no reason.
Yeah.
It's again, that's the thing. It's like things are just happen because the plot says this needs to happen now. It doesn't happen because this is logically what would happen.
Yeah.
That too, the dialogue didn't come out very naturally either.
No.
Dialogue was laughable at best.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
And like you don't get attached to anyone, so like
Nope.
if people die, then you don't care. The ex-wife almost like dies because she catches the disease, and there's like supposed to be this touching moment between her and her ex-husband, but it's kind of lost because you're just like, you two hate each other. Why would you get back together?
Yeah, and then like, oh, and then there's like several times where people get infected for the dumbest reasons. Like the the guy who's like not paying attention and like rips his suit on like the binding thingy. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like you
And
didn't
then the
notice?
lab technician.
Yeah, the freaking lab
spinning.
technician. Those little spinny thingies where like they store stuff in like a freezer. He like tries to grab it and he like breaks his hand on him. Like, are you fucking kidding me? That was so dumb. And it's just like, oh god, there's just so many things that they're just
Do people actually think other humans act this stupid?
Yeah.
In horror movies.
And the thing is, like, okay, I remembered that I have seen a movie on this premise. I saw the movie Contagion, and it's a very similar premise. You can probably tell by the name. But it was a better movie because the characters were likable, and the it wasn't just kind of concentrated on like this small community. It was more like the disease had already spread everywhere, and it was like trying to deal with that kind of societal ramifications, and you know, it was more on that scale, and it was way more interesting. And again, the characters were actually, you know, you cared about them, so it worked a lot better. And then also, the whole kind of climax is that, in a sense, is that the government decides that, oh, we can't really do anything about this virus, so we're just gonna like bomb them and like kill everybody. And they actually showed like the beginning that like they do that to like an African village or something. And I was actually like kind of hoping that they actually did it, just because it would be something different that wasn't just predictable. Kind of, if you actually take out the fact that the virus is gross and you take out the swearing, this is not a very adult story.
No.
It's a pretty standard story. You know, the good guys win, right? You know, through all these coincidences. So, you know, I was hoping they would go more ballsy with it, and I thought about it, and I'm like, you know what? In terms of kind of plot structure and themes presented, Horizon Zero Dawn does a kind of similar story infinitely better.
Oh,
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say any more in case you don't know the story, because honestly I'd say Horizon Zero Dawn story and how the story is presented is really good, and it takes some really interesting twists on, you know, a kind of societal collapse kind of thing. And I hoped they would have taken the angle with that regarding the bomb, and I think you two know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But, because again, how that was handled in Horizon Zero Dawn, the game, was really powerful. And they just didn't do it, and so it's just like, it's just a standard story that even as a standard story isn't done very well at all. There really isn't anything that I can point to as like, oh, that was good. Like,
as
anything,
mentioned
really.
before, the film kind of just ended.
Yeah.
It was like at such a weird point, because you have the main character and his, I guess, soon-to-be wife again. Like, they make up and then they smile at each other and then it fades to black, and then you're just like, what?
Yeah. And yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's just not, again, is there anything that we can point to as like, that was good?
No?
Not really.
The props were good.
Yeah, I guess.
And like the
Guess.
scene backgrounds and
Location.
stuff. Yeah.
I guess, but that's...
Everything in the background was okay. Everything in the foreground was not okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's just because they happen to film in, like, semi-rural California, which already just kind of looks nice. So, it's like, it doesn't, you know, they didn't...
Can't even give them props for that.
Yeah, it's like, it's not like they created some grand set or something. It's like, no, they just went out to, like, a nice area, and it's like, oh, okay, I can do that.
Yeah,
like,
the military planes and stuff that was cool though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that was kind of nice. But even then, like, the whole, like, helicopter chase scene near the end just seemed to kind of didn't have a lot of a reason to be in the movie.
No, yeah, that didn't really.
It just felt,
It's not
kind of
even supposed
cheesy.
to be an action film in the
No.
first place.
No. You have to pick one approach, and I guess they wanted to put it in to fill in some time, perhaps.
But the movie already felt honestly, the movie felt like it dragged like a lot.
Actually, never
So-
mind, guys. Apparently, the genre it is under is action, but
This is epidemic action movie.
Action only because of the helicopter chase. Oh, and that one military thing at the very beginning. That was like all the action in the movie. So
I think those were the only parts I actually like kind of sort of tolerated.
yeah, but it's not good. It's just, oh, that's not bad. It's just whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like I can't. Kind of what I said before is that I don't hate, like, oh, I didn't really say this, but I don't hate this, right? It's not like there was anything that I pointed to as like that was horrible. I guess the worst thing was probably honestly the relationship between the main guy and his ex-wife was probably the worst thing.
Yeah, that was just really stupid.
Yeah, but it's like, it's just all of it's fairly bad.
It's too convenient, and it's not realistic even if you take it out of reality.
Yeah.
yeah.
There are way too many contrivances, and if you have like too many contrivances, then no one's going to believe your story,
Yeah.
no matter how hard you try.
Right.
Yeah.
Number
It's
one
just
rule of
too
writing.
Perfect.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want a better epidemic solving societal looking at movie, watch Contagion. If you want a story that's much darker and much more twisted, but kind of similar themes than Horizon Zero Dawn, watch like a Let's Play or something. I don't know if you don't have a PS4.
Play it yourself.
Or yeah, it's a good game. So anyway, so yeah, those are noticeably better. It's just, and honestly, again, like, I feel like I forgot like this movie already. Like, it's really forgettable. So yeah, it's not good. It's better than the last one, slightly, I think anyway. But
Very slightly.
besides, I mean, if the best thing I can say about your movie is it's better than the Brady Bunch movie, then that's not a very good compliment.
No.
So, well, that's that. I don't even know what's next. I forgot. So it'll be a surprise. Like, oh wait, no, I remember what's next. Oh no.
Oh, it's our first
Oh,
one
I
of
know
that
what it is.
genre.
It's yeah. It's
Oh, great.
oh boy.
This is the
So
month I was born, by the way.
oh yeah, we forgot to say this. Tara's birth month movie was Pulp Fiction, which you know
Yeah.
she loved so much. So
So much.
so I'm sure you'll love this next movie just as much as Tara loves my Pulp Fiction.
We'll be cringing for different reasons.
Yeah.
Ron, I think you're the only one who actually liked your movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you're Lion King.
Ha! I'm so
unfair.
special. Hee hee.
So unfair.
Valen is actually the Lion King.
Savannah.
Stop. 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 Stop the recording!